Greetings, my human friends. This again is Rudolf of Germany, the tall, white alien. Lately in the press, and you can also read much about it in the internet, you hear about the so-called FRBs, or fast radio bursts, which are emitted from far out beyond the Milky Way galaxy, which can be reached by humans through telescopes. There are bursts of radio signals. Nobody can make out the source and the reason or purpose for such radio signals arriving on planet Earth. Maybe you remember many months back I have made several videos about emotional energy, human and otherwise, which are being processed by us, the tall white aliens, and then later on in a recycled way being used to create the universes and dimensions every life form is living in or under. Energy of living creatures of very many planets, and one of them is planet Earth, is being collected and through certain pyramid structures beamed all the way up to our planetary system, where we, the tall white aliens, use their energy content to, as I said, create these universes and dimensions, and somehow and somewhat in order to bring to every single sentient being these dimensions and these universes, we have to contact them. The way to contact humans, for example, and other living creatures throughout this Milky Way and others, is by sending short, ultra-short radio signals. These radio signals are being taken in by every single brain, which is nothing but a receiver for these radio waves. And through this means, we are able to manipulate the mind content of those living creatures on these planets. For example, Earth, for example, you, as you are living on Earth, you are exposed to these radio signals, and accordingly to these signals, your behavior is going to be manipulated. Maybe you have experienced that there are days where the aggression level of humans is higher than others. And there are days where people are more daydreaming or more inclined for smiles and loving exchanges between each other. Mood differences is only one of the different kinds of measures we take in order to influence the mind content. Naturally, this whole radio wave manipulation also will change your thinking, not only your emotions. And besides the thinking, we can basically steer your attention in one direction or the other when it comes to phenomena on planet Earth. Since everything is based on illusion, we can take whole groups of humans and direct them towards a certain goal. Naturally also to fight each other. War is one rather drastic outcome of manipulating one human group against the other. Our DNA program, for example, has, and this is the very first time I tell this to the public, has the main goal of cutting out the receivership of humans of these manipulating radio waves. People who are in the DNA program are not prone to be influenced to such an extent as people who are not in our human-hybrid enhancement program. People who are in the position of rather free decision making and are not so deeply influenced by our shortwave radio waves, these people have a rather free will. And our hybrid program aims at free, illuminated beings. This is what we are establishing. A race inside a race. A hybrid race which has a free will in a race of humans which are very similar in the outer appearance and have the ability to function very much on their own accordingly to our interests, of course. All the other human creatures on planet Earth are depending on the signals which come from our planetary system towards Earth, and the content of the radio waves which directly influence the mind of humans will direct also the destiny of planet Earth. This is basically what I wanted to tell you today. I have spoken about the collecting of emotional and mental energies in humans before, and that they will be recycled and then basically as energy sent back to planet Earth to create different dimensions. All of this I have spoken of to you before, but sometimes there are findings in science like these fast radio bursts that I have to go a little bit deeper into the matter and explain that what science cannot explain, why these radio waves are directed also at Earth, and what the purpose of it is and where they're coming from. This is my explanation for today, Rudolf of Germany.